Bienvenue and welcome to the Three Seats of the Mouse podcast. This podcast does contain adult humor, lots of talk about sad beer, cool subjects, but we love Mickey Mouse and the Disney. As you listen to the show, please remember to keep Das Kinder away from your headphones and balls. These are for you only. Now, on with the show.
Fuck that little bitch.
I know it sounds sorted, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared, be free.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 86 part 2. When we last left our hosts, they were on the island of Bermuda, bombing around and just about to drop off some Twizzies. So we'll pick right back up there and see how the rest of the trip went. So you kind of hang around Bermuda for a little bit after dropping off the Twizzies?
Yeah, we went to the Hog Penny,
which
was
awesome.
amazing. It is the bar that inspired the Boston bar that inspired Cheers.
Yeah, so this is actually not infamous. It is pretty damn famous.
Yeah, and bartender there, Dwight, was amazing.
That guy, yeah, he could have been on the Magic as a bartender.
Definitely,
he would have fit right in because he was.
He probably doesn't. He wouldn't make the money that he would make in the Hog Penny, though. No, but yeah, it was that was a really cool experience. Getting to talk to him a little bit, getting to talk to at least one of the other patrons there because I had a crazy drunk ass Irishman who was wanting to talk me up one side down the other. But we talk about your good bar. Yard bag experience, whatever the hell you call it?
My yard bag? Yeah, that's what it was.
Our bag, whatever. It smells like yard bag to me.
First we get in there and we sit down and we all don't really know what we want to order. And James wants to get some.
He gets the rum.
He gets the rum. He gets the Black Seal Gold, which hard to get in the States.
It's Goslings.
I guess
they don't sell it in the States.
Yeah, it was Goslings. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay or whatever." That's his first drink. He never said it was bad on his first drink of it.
Yes,
but he orders it, and then the bartender says.
No,
he tells his story of rum.
James had to say.
I thought it was after he had the Zacapa.
No, it was before.
It was way before the Zacapa. So he has a sip and almost spits it out. It's so bad.
Really?
Then we all share it. Zacapa,
and it was a rough rum. Yeah, it was not good.
I forget that I had some of that too.
Mm-hmm. We all had a little bit of it.
I had something else wash it away.
Yes, you had the.
Did anyone get so the national drink of Bermuda is the rum swizzle? Did anyone get a rum swizzle?
Yeah,
the next day.
Not that. Okay. We got it on the next day.
Okay, well we'll save that for later. You're at the Hog Penny, Mikey. You went adventurous. You went Isla.
Well, first I had the Zacapa.
Okay.
We all had Zacapa. Everybody has Zacapa
because we all made the face after we drank that particular rum.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I can tell you guys don't like this. He whips out a double shot and pours a full shot of the Zacapa. And says, this is...
For free!
Free. Didn't charge us for it or anything.
Nice.
And says, try this. And we all tried it, and that's when I ordered.
And then we all had doubles of it, I think. And, and once I finished that, that's when I was asking, I'm drinking through that. I'm like, what kind of scotches do you have? And he goes down his scotch list, and I can't remember all of them, but they were kind of what you would expect. I mean, there was some Johnny Walker in there. There was Macallan's were in
Very
there.
Heavy on Macallan's, I noticed.
Yeah, and then he said Ardbeg, and I'm like, ooh, because I haven't had a strong Isla in a long time. And I told him, I said, I'll have the Ardbeg. And had he been drinking, it would have been a spit take, but all I got was a double take. because and I almost had to sign a waiver.
Well, he flat out turned to you.
His exact words were, "Really?"
And then he said, "Are you ready for this experience?"
So I'm guessing you've had this experience before.
He literally
said that Mikey's only the third person he's ever served Ardbeg.
On purpose.
Ardbeg.
So I had a pour of
very acquired taste.
Yeah. Okay. Look, you guys know
if you like looking ashtrays, you're gonna like that.
You guys know I love Scotch. Ardbeg.
I do as well.
Ardbeg is strong. It is aggressive. Ardbeg is okay. If Lafroig is punch you in the face, here, drink this. Ardbeg is I'm gonna kick you in the nuts, shove you down a hill, and throw you into a well, and then you're gonna like it.
No, Ardbeg is licking an ashtray.
This is what started the conversation with the Irishman beside me. Okay, because when he saw I ordered that and heard the conversation, the exchange between me and Dwight, the bartender. And I was like, yeah, no, I want that. His curiosity was piqued because he was like, who is ordering that and drinking it and wants it? You know? And we got talking. He's big into hash. Not the Browns. And other
the corned beef
narcotics
style?
When he goes drinking. Yeah, no, not so much. The yeashes. He was like, you know what? He respected me for ordering some ashtray.
I like it.
I did too. I'm going to tell you right now, it was a big damn pour that I got.
Nice.
Yeah, because he can't get. And God knows how long that bottle's been open.
That might have been the other reason.
He said it was as a 10-year-old Ardbeg was really 22 years old.
It was sitting there for that long.
And it was very reasonable. I won't get to the part because we may discuss what our tote was that we ran up at the Hog Penny. I don't know if we want to disclose that or not, but it wasn't as high as it should have been. I thought.
No, not at all. Because then James and I were talking about Bloody Marys, and he actually took out the mix, and he just gave us a pour of the mix just to taste it.
They make their own.
Oh,
they make
nice.
their own mix, and it was one of the best mixes I've ever had. So
to hear him talk about it,
Bloody Marys.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, and it's made.
And I don't mean chicken tenders and bacon strips. I mean, it's a custom recipe.
He's the only one that knows the
on
recipe.
Their website, they say it has over 11 ingredients in that mix.
And it is tasty.
Yep.
It is very good.
Not for me.
I love Bloody Marys.
I'll lick my ashtrays.
That's
you can
fine.
have your Bloody Marys, all right, guys?
I had a Bloody Mary, at least one Bloody
that's
Mary
not my
every
bag,
morning. I was on the ship.
Yes, you did. I was driving screws every morning, doubles.
Me too, several of them.
me and Tim were just over there just throwing them back, and Louise is just wringing oranges out. But yeah, as soon as the Bloody Mary mix came out, James promptly ordered a Bloody Mary.
And then I couldn't, because at that point I didn't want to have a full one, so we split that. Yeah,
did you
because
split it?
Bloody
Okay.
Mary is a little too heavy sometimes. And we were getting ready to get back on the ship to go eat.
I know, but we wanted to eat there because the food kept coming out, and by God, it smelled
the place
good.
has got awards for their food. Did you guys eat there?
Yeah, we didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know that.
Until we saw the food coming out.
No, but...
And then I'm like, I want that.
It smelled amazing.
Yeah, apparently they have like the
we'll
best
get
fish chowder in Bermuda.
They had some burger come out that was just stupid.
So good.
And then I had a beer.
And then you had a beer.
But not just any beer. A beer that we all got to sample a 6-ounce pour of for free before... well, I say all. Like maybe it was just me and James when he had that chocolate stout.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We all got to sample that, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we sampled something else.
I mean, it was basically...
Yeah,
it was basically like 6 ounces of beer that we all got to share to taste it, and I was like, I'll have one of those now.
It was a local...
We drank a lot.
Yeah. We did. Yeah, we
and
yes, we
the
did.
bill was not anywhere near...
I think they lost money. I don't know.
Should have been.
I think there's a theme here, and that's Disney Magic 2018, we drank a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't even.
This
we
is
haven't even crested the hill yet.
This is the rise. Yeah.
This is the
no,
this is the day.
Really? guys, would you say the crest was the mixology class? Was that the beginning of the end?
No, this was the first.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, that last full day at sea, we drank from the beginning to end.
Yeah.
Time we woke up till we went to bed. Yeah.
So you guys head back to the boat, and that night's dinner is Lumiere's. Yeah. The flagship of the cruise.
The best dinner.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think all of us
hands
in my
down
party.
Best dinner we had.
It's what BL guests.
All of our party said yes. The one memorable restaurant was Lumiere's. We wish we could have done it twice.
And it's not like it was memorable for any type of showmanship or anything like that, but just the food. The French onion soup was amazing. I think, is this where they had the Chateaubriand?
We had the escargot.
Oh, yes, we did.
And this is when George actually spent some time with us because we ordered 2 bottles of wine.
That's when he poured it with his pinky?
No, we ordered a bottle of champagne.
That wasn't that night. This was the night we had the Kim Crawford and the Chateauneuf de Pape.
Oh, you got some Chat?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, I love that wine. Which bottle did you get?
And he actually decanted it.
When did we order the champagne?
Champagne was the last night.
Which which bottle did you guys get there?
I don't remember. I think I took a picture of it.
I don't know. This is where the downward spiral.
Yeah, and just we've mentioned briefly our server Eden and how awesome Papa was. We didn't even touch on the fact that, to rewind it for just a half a second, back at Rapunzel's royal table.
With your 2 T's, Mike.
I was. The assistant server that brings you your drinks. Her name is Mariana. She knew that I liked tea. Unfortunately, they don't do sweet tea on the boat. We can bring you sugar. That ain't making sweet tea, dollface. That's making a slurry. I don't want a slurry. So she saw how quickly I was drinking tea, so she would bring me 2 teas at a time. So I was getting doubles of iced tea. While my wife was getting doubles of everything else. But that night, anyone who's been around the podcast for any length of time knows that my wife has a fetish for glow clubs. No, I'm going back one night to Rapunzel's because we missed this part.
Oh, yeah, the lantern thing.
Because she saw some server go by with the Adam's got his there with his tray, and it was all alit in many glowing LEDs, one of which happened to be shaped like a chameleon named Pascal. And she told our assistant server Mariana, I want that. I want one of those. Can I get one of those? And that's when our server shows up. Eden shows up and says, "Yes, we'll get that. Anything for my babies. Anything for my children." So from that point on, he always called us his children, and we called him Papa. And Adam's got his Pascal, and that was probably. I'm going to start fucking crying. I'm trying not to, Mikey. But just from that point on, we felt like family. 100%. He took care of us. If we weren't feeling well, he wanted to know what was up. What could he do to make it better?
Oh, my God.
And if we didn't like anything that came out just because we didn't care for it, it seemed like he was personally offended that somebody gave us something we didn't like. I mean, it was.
What can you do to make it better?
You're on.
It was crazy, but yeah. I sidetracked us, but we got every party left with the light up lantern mug and a glowing Pascal that night, 2 nights, night before.
I'll say this, and then we'll get back to Lumiere's. The level of service on the Disney Magic on the cruise is what Disney World used to be probably 10 years ago.
It depends on who you get.
Yes, it does.
Because I can't.
Well, it does. But
yeah, from our experience.
From your experience,
but from your personal experience, she had a totally opposite experience with her service team. So, I mean, I would love to say yes, it's level across the board, but it
was so bad that she requested to change. She did the back-to-back. She stayed on to go back to Alaska, and Canada. And she requested to change and she requested Eden, and they gave her.
Well, we made sure we told, and then we even told Eden, like, you have to take care of her because she didn't have that good of an experience, and she raved about them.
Eden and Mariana and her Boucheches.
Mariana, who I almost started.
We made her cry.
She's not going to get there.
Yeah, God bless that little Portuguese. Yeah, she's from Portugal. Yeah, she was great.
Portuguese,
Pigtails.
yeah. Okay, so you had dinner that night at Lumiere's.
The escargot was really good. I never had it
raved
before.
about the food.
This was the best meal.
This was the
bread service that had like
that
tomato sauce dipping thing that I turned to Ed and I said, we're going to need more of all this.
Yes.
I ate my weight in gold here. I mean, the duck confit. Did you guys have that?
Of course. I don't know what I had.
The escargot was
the escargot was amazing.
The soup was really good.
This was the French onion was good.
The lobster bisque was okay.
That was really good.
Yes, Tim got that.
Did anyone get that?
That was delicious.
That's what cheese sticks wish
really
they could
delicious.
be.
Cheese sticks want to go up to that.
Yes. That breaded and deep fried brie was probably one of the best things I've ever
I mean, I am a cheese whore, and that was really good. Even with like the fruit or
the marmalade,
the berry compote looking whatever it came with, I didn't care. I was like, I'll eat everything. I'm gonna lick the plate. Yeah,
that was hands down my favorite meal.
Yeah, it was so good. The main course.
Yeah, it came out
the pasta.
For the table.
Anyone get the pasta?
table got the pasta.
They have a salmon royale. Okay, crisp. This is one of the things that I got 2 entrees this night.
I don't think anyone got the
duck breast.
Stephanie may have. I don't remember what she got.
Oh, so good.
That's what Stephanie got.
The roasted rack of lamb.
She got the lamb.
I know you got that.
Yes, and she loved it.
Oh, really? How did she like that? Had she ever had lamb?
Don't know. Maybe not.
No, you have to understand, this is everyday eating lamb. Shawarma.
Yeah, see, every time I went for shawarma, I got lamb. I don't know what she got.
Yes. Every time I went to shawarma, which was pretty much every day we were at sea, anytime I ate lunch on the boat, no, I was done with lamb.
Hands down, best value for food on the boat, I think, is the shawarma.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they load up that
put it on French
pita
fries
bread.
for you.
We'll get to that,
and then
Tim.
the Chateau.
That's what we had.
And then the
We
Chateau
all had the
Briand.
Chateaubriand.
Highly recommended.
It was actually really good.
Pretty good. Pretty.
And then we had
good
good desserts that night too, if I recall. I think the desserts were just out of the world.
That's what I had.
Who got that?
I
One of us
the
Stephanie got
Grand Marnier
souffle, I
Stephanie had
believe.
it, yeah.
Tim had
Anyone
that.
else? Yeah.
I didn't get that. I don't think.
Apple tart tartan.
I don't think I got that.
And then there was I actually got 2 desserts because I made sure to get multiple ones. The
I had
vanilla creme brulee.
That was
I think
really
Stephanie
good.
ordered
was
up one of those for
good.
the table too.
It's pretty damn good.
Because there was a creme brulee
We
being
ate
passed
a
around.
lot. This was the meal that we all unanimously decided this was our favorite.
I will say, not to go back, but I'm going back again. At Rapunzel's, our papa got us a special dessert that wasn't on the menu.
Yeah, that spider thing.
We got this
the
chocolate
spider,
mousse spider thing, probably on the kids' menu, to be honest.
Yeah, because we all looked like we were dying too.
But it was really good. It was really good.
You needed some chocolate. Anyone get the
I
gâteau?
don't think so.
The upper gâteau. It's like a sponge cake thing.
I forget what I got,
It's
but
like,
it wasn't
a
anything
French
you've
version
listed.
of tiramisu.
But it was good. That's good.
All
Yes.
in all, that was
awesome.
That was a good.
Was
meal,
this the
right?
banana
So after
cake thing?
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
That's
it
what I
was.
got. The
It was
banana
a
hazelnut
thing.
No, but wasn't that the second
Yes.
Animators Palette Night?
I don't know.
That was second Animators Palette Night.
Menu
there's no
subject
banana on the
change,
menu.
Scott.
Yeah, drunky pants.
Well, not unless you're cruising after or before. Well, the menu I'm looking at
this
is
guy
from
thinks he's on
September of
boat.
2018.
No, because even our menu changed from
the Navigator app. It was. It's not like things were missing that the app said there were. There were additional food items,
additional things that weren't listed.
Yes. So as you go through the day, there are some different things on the menu. So all right. So after Lumiere's.
This is the night that got super fuzzy for me. Because this is the night we had the sampler, which is what I'm calling it.
Flight.
Ooh.
Keys.
No,
okay, so
that was
went
at Keys.
up to Signals again.
The only night we did not do Keys was...
Fourth night. Or third night. Well, we had 5 nights?
No, it was Pirate Night. We didn't.
That would be this.
We all just went back to our room.
Okay, so you go back to Keys for this night.
And this is where we got our certificates.
Now, what certificates is that?
Marianne.
We made an impression.
A magical moment.
They're allowed to do one family a cruise, and she picked us.
And the Keys staff picked us.
I almost cried.
I'm going to lump Denton in with that. They all picked us.
Yeah. But it basically states, across the season over the years, may you always remember celebrating this magical moment with the cast and crew of the Disney Cruise Line. Then I read that.
And they all signed it.
And I almost cried. So there was
Marianne got to know us very well to know that immediately when we sit down, she brought us glasses of water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she's like, we need to keep these boys hydrated.
Water glasses filled while we were drinking our alcohol.
Yep.
This is probably why we didn't have too bad of a hangover.
Yeah.
Because she took care of us.
And she brought this Macallan flight. It was Quest.
Yes.
Lumina, whatever.
Luminaire.
Estate Reserve. And Black.
Lumina. And then the rare cask Black, and this
she said
is only
individually
available
each
overseas
one
markets.
would have cost over $400 if you'd got it. It was a $60 flight.
Well, that rare cask bottle is roughly about
$3.90
something if you can find it.
The pours were only supposed to be 1 ounce.
It's expensive.
There was more than that.
Pretty full.
We all shared it.
We had a healthy
and then
pour.
she left the bottles. She goes, "I'll leave the bottles so you can read them and know what you're drinking." So James goes, "Well, what's stopping me from pouring more in my glasses?" She deadpan looked at James, goes, "Well, if I don't see it."
We didn't.
Yeah, we didn't take advantage. We would never take advantage like that.
But
we could have.
It's funny how I guess there were 4 of us then. Yeah, Tim, Adam, me, James. We each had one that we liked. Well, let's take it back. No one liked the first one.
Nobody liked the first one.
But someone got stuck finishing it. I think it was James.
No, James. I thought James took the third one.
See, I liked the second one because it was
James
smoky.
Split the third one because I liked the Estate Reserve too.
And what did I like?
You looked like fucking Gollum with his precious.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb here, okay?
Yes,
Adam liked the rare cask Black.
I liked the Quest. I really enjoyed it because
I liked the third one too, but I really enjoyed the Quest.
No, the third one was the Estate Reserve.
The Estate Reserve, but I really liked the Quest.
Okay, the Estate Reserve.
I didn't like it. I didn't care for it.
I didn't like it. It tasted very young.
It's a little woody.
Yeah.
It is very young. It is only about 3 to 4 years old. They don't put an age statement on it because they add some 10-year-old in there. But it's about 3 to 4 years old. It's not that good. The Quest is sort of like what they do with those editions, and it's like a journey of different woods that they put that whiskey in during its maturation process. It's about 10 to 12. They don't want to put an age statement on there because there's also some 15-year-old in there. I like that one a lot.
I also want to mention that they do have a whiskey cart.
Yes. Oh, they got a trolley.
Yes.
They have a whiskey trolley.
The pours were outrageously priced.
Yeah.
We looked at, because they had what was it, number 2? Why can't I think of what it is? The one that we have, the black box, the box that came in the box.
Oh, Blood Oath.
They had Blood Oath number 2. And I was curious about it.
Which is no longer made.
Right,
or
but
available.
I wanted to try it, and it was $60 a pour. I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying that.
Yeah, I know.
If I recall, the whole reason we went to Keys was because we were told
Yes.
they have a bourbon trolley
Yes.
at somewhere else because they didn't have a very good bourbon selection.
Yeah,
So we were
yes,
told
it was
that, no, they
the
got-
first night at
Signals.
Signals because we were looking at the bourbons and they didn't have much.
So we went down to Keys for that reason, and I mean, that's
where we stayed.
Yeah, there was allegedly a possibility that they were going to have Blanton's, but there was no Blanton's to be had anywhere on the boat.
Well, Blanton's was.
I don't think I ever saw Blanton's.
They said they did have
They
it.
said they did have it, but
they were
the
in
Europeans
Europe.
cleaned them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, it's not the Europeans; it's that the Americans that went on the European cruise and drank them all out of Blanton's. But
Yeah, because they knew they couldn't get it back home either.
Exactly. There was also a tequila shot.
I didn't have one.
No, but I was curious about it. It was in a pretty box, and I asked how much it was, and it was. Yeah.
They had
$189 pour. I'm like, yeah, no.
Dalmore, 35.
What?
Yes, it was in a crystal box.
Oh boy!
I was afraid to ask.
Oh, they had. Yeah, there was a tequila that was brought out during the mixology, or mentioned at the mixology. That was what, 300 something a pour.
Yeah, they had King Louis.
Yeah, Dalmore 35 in that Baccarat Crystal decanter will run you $6,000.
Well, it wasn't. It looked like the regular Dalmore bottle, but the box it was in.
No. The actual bottle is a crystal decanter as well. So it's crystal in crystal.
It looked.
Oh
like
yeah, no, it's
fancy.
it's fancy.
It's fancy.
Yeah, no.
And it was still full, so
Yeah, it's.
I bet we could have
It's
smelled it.
$6,000 a bottle.
And there's the thing with that. And I'm going to honestly say this: if you're friendly with these people, this is their job. If you make it entertaining for them, if you give them the recognition that they're people and they're not just there literally to serve you, they're going to treat you 20 to 30,000 times better. And
oh yeah,
man.
I mean,
felt like
and it's
royalty the
little
whole time
things.
we were on the
It's
boat.
like, because I think it was the second night. No, when the first night we were in port, and I asked Marianne if she, had a chance to get off the boat and enjoy herself, and we just had a whole conversation about it, and her whole face lit up when I asked for interest about her. And it's little things like that these are people too. They're not just there to serve you. And
we asked that of all of them. Luis, we asked if he got off the boat.
No, you sit down.
Tipping is great. Okay, that's money they can spend, but just engaging in a conversation doesn't cost anybody a dime.
Well,
and means the absolute world to the folks who are stuck on this boat for months at a time.
I was going to say, Mikey, think of it this way: they spend 8 months at a time on that boat before they get to go off for any period of time. They see the same.
It's 6 and 2. They're on for 6, off for 2.
Yeah, that's what it was. On for 6, off for 2. They spend 6 months with the same 400 people, and then rotate in and out through the 2,000 guests that come on board. Sit down and talk with them. I told the story of how one of the servers at O'Gill's taught us Spanish on the boat because we just sat down and were interested in her and her family, and that's what made it fun, made it enjoyable. So
yeah, every morning we'd have like a half-hour conversation with Luis before he
Luis,
would.
yeah. Luis would run other people
well, that's the next night.
to be our
That's actually
server.
our last day on the ship, so we'll talk about that.
The morning, yeah.
all right,
morning.
so
That was the morning, the next morning.
this is Saturday night. You finish up at Keys. Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it was bad.
we shut that bitch down.
Yeah, every night.
Aaron earned his money that night, I think, with us because that was one of the
Sunday night. Sunday day. All right, so you get up. It's you're back at sea, I
Sunday
think,
during
right?
the day.
Or
This is
you're back
where
No.
we kayak.
no. Yeah, we kayaked.
Okay, so Sunday you're still in port in
This
Bermuda.
is when Stephanie gets asked if she made it through the night by one of our servers.
What did we do for breakfast this day?
Because we had a very early Cabanas.
Yeah, we had the beef.
Oh, that's right, because we weren't going to overload. This was the day I decided, fuck it, I'm getting waffles. And I got waffles. Because I'm not going to be around a Mickey waffle and not put one on my damn plate. It's not going to happen.
And they're the good.
Also,
the little tiny Mickey waffles that you can pour syrup in the ears.
Yes, and their hash brown game was on point. Granted, they look like McDonald's hash browns.
That's the best hash browns.
They were pretty much Ore-Ida hash browns.
But they were hash brown patties.
I must have eaten at least 3 or 4 of those at a time.
I'll be honest.
This morning they were a little burnt.
They were crispy. Well, they were adjusting to the warmer.
Oh, we forgot to tell. No, we didn't.
All day on the. We didn't even talk about that. The whole first day, it was you were fucking sweating in your shorts and skivvies because the entire.
It takes a while.
Yes, it does.
For the big areas, the room we could have hung meat in our stateroom because our stateroom was. Because first thing I did when I walked in there, after we embarked, first thing I did was walk up, grab the dial, crank the bitch all the way to the bottom. So when it came time to go to bed,
to an outside stateroom is because you're more insulated in that inside than we are on the outside.
Well, I would only recommend getting inside staterooms from now on because I'm a cold sleeper kind of guy.
Oh yeah. We talked about this on the Q&A. You and Adam are sleeping over the covers.
But it wasn't uncomfortable, it just wasn't frigid.
Yeah.
Oh, it was damned cold, especially with my little USB-powered dual blade fan I had plugged in by my bedside table. I woke up fucking like Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
You are incorrigible. You really brought a fan on board.
Yes, I did, but
tell me how you had to plug in.
There on the Magic, there were no USB outlets anywhere near the bed.
No,
they're all over the dresser area.
Yeah, they're by the desk.
A long way off. Well, before we left, I packed up all my USB extensions that I have, which I have 3 8-foot extensions.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
Adam,
not
my wife mocked me
because you already told me this story. I'm laughing at Scott's face while you're telling his story because I think everybody heard his eyes roll up into his head.
Yes, Mikey almost burnt down the Magic with his USB.
What the fuck, Mikey?
I had 2 USB extensions, 8 feet, running into the USB of my fan.
Right.
It looked like the living room to Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It looked like a Christmas story.
Right now, all I'm thinking is John is about to blow a fuse. He's gonna blow the whole neighborhood. Mikey's gonna blow the whole ship.
Gonna blow the whole fucking boat. I did, and you know what? I slept like a baby,
now, I have
especially the night that I took 2 Benadryl.
Did you guys have an alarm clock on one of your nightstands?
Yes.
I did, and because of how my fan is built, I had to put it on the same shelf the alarm clock should have been
USBs,
in,
right?
but
okay, because ours did.
This one did not.
Ours did.
This was an absolute ghetto alarm.
No, we were in steerage. We were on deck 2.
But
well, actually, no, we were.
But we had it outside stateroom, so
right,
it was,
what I did was. I didn't want to unplug it
the
because
high-class steerage.
I'm sure my cabin boy was going to the trouble of making sure the time was accurate, so I just let it dangle over the side by its cord. And then I made a point to unplug my fan and put it on the lower shelf and fix the alarm clock every day except the second night. And when he came in the third day to clean the room, he saw my amalgamation that I had strung up. He unplugged it and moved it to the bottom shelf, plugged it back in, reset the time. That's why he got a good damn tip from us. Because he, I think his name was Ryan. Ryan, Attaboy. You don't look like a Ryan. But attaboy.
In all of this,
Sorry.
They won't let you bring a regular fan on because you can't plug anything into a cruise ship.
Yes, Mikey. Yes. They're not going to let you bring a fan on board, okay? That's just weird, okay?
I have to sleep with a fan. Right now. I'll turn my camera over.
But you're not sleeping right now.
I've got a box fan running. And my garage is 53 degrees.
Just let it.
I don't.
But I'm still warm.
know what to say.
Scott, just let it go.
I'm gonna let it go.
I'm fat.
I'm gonna let it go.
You know what? It took the fan to help drown out the sound of the whole room creaking because the boat was going through choppy water. So
it is kind of weird. You think you're on this it's a floating hotel, but you still hear the creaks of the ship. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, it can be cool. Our room, it sounded like just somebody was playing castanets in the corner all night long.
We even had a conversation. I forgot who told us.
I didn't go to guest services and complain about it and request to be moved to a different stateroom like other cruisers did.
It was on our cruise.
Not in our group. Not in our
you know what, at the end of the day,
there are
can't
other
speak
people
for other people.
who threw a fit about it.
And I know none of my people would have done that shit.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I just kept drinking until I didn't care.
All right, so that Sunday, you guys go over to Cabanas, have some breakfast, and then you go back to the island.
Yeah.
No, well, first they take us to the wrong
catamaran. Eventually,
yes,
we were excited to get on the huge, big, cool pink catamaran.
What it
looked like some fucking Girls Gone Wild shit.
No, you go over here. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and this one looked like Mikey made in his backyard.
And then next door is Captain Ron.
Yeah.
Disney property.
I know!
Which it was humongous. The decking was the diamond plate steel plating.
Yeah, this was a bare bones.
Yeah, but it was fast.
Vessel.
But
it was
fast.
Oh God, it was so fast.
Like even like where we were heading out, and it wasn't just going on this boat, taking us there, dropping us off. They actually gave us a tour around the water.
Nope.
They drove us right up to a shipwreck.
An old penal colony shipwreck.
Yeah. We had already saw a video on before we went.
Oh, I didn't. I was eating.
Yes.
And then we got to watch him feed Fritos to a bunch of fish.
Yeah.
Carp?
Yeah, carp.
Well, that's what they said. They will eat anything, and you can't eat them because they taste like what they eat, and they just eat shit off the ground.
Well, no, I mean, I'll be honest. If I was eating a fish that tasted like sour cream and onion Lays and Fritos,
I'd be petrified.
I'd be okay
personally.
with that. I wouldn't need tartar sauce.
Yeah.
I happen to be sitting next to, can I speak to the manager?
Oh, God, I'm sorry about that, Tim.
She was bitching because the diesel fumes from the boat were bothering her.
Well, it's a fucking diesel boat.
Yeah.
So after the catamaran trip, you guys do a little aquatic activity,
or as I like to call it,
aquatic
relationship testing.
Oh yeah, this was couples therapy.
So I've done kayaking and rowboating. I can feel your pain, guys, because I know my spouse. This would not go over well.
See, the interesting thing is I get to sit here and listen to Tim and Adam talk about their experience because they were in the same boat.
It's really the problem with us was that he's a lefty, I'm a righty.
Oh boy!
So we were zigzagging throughout the whole.
We were zigzagging.
Serpentine.
And we're just bickering.
I know, because we bumped. We hit each other a couple times.
Oh,
we were bickering for the first 20 minutes. You're doing it
all the way out.
We were bickering all the way because You're not doing it right. No, you're not doing it right. Well, I'm going to go do this if you do this. It was not good. But the guide saw we were struggling and gave us a few pointers, and then we finally got the hang of it.
We had awesome guides. We had two. One was named Christian.
Donald.
And Donald. Yeah, Donald, because I remember his name was because he wore a sticker. That's the only reason I knew his name. They were awesome. They're Bermudian natives. I imagine it's like most cruises where they give you information, they give you some jokes along the way, but they try to keep it family oriented as best they can, and poke fun at the Bermuda history, especially with regards to the sunken
first it was
jailboat.
Yeah. So first it was the
which
jailboat,
is what it
and
was.
They talked about how they tried to save the turtle, which they screwed up altogether.
Yeah. Altogether, they mucked it all up. It was a very insightful trip, and then the kayak experience was good. Me and Stephanie, we struggled the first little bit of it, but then she got into the hang of it a little bit, and we got to the little turtle lagoon, because they've got these grass beds that the sea turtles like to come in and eat on. And they don't let you go very fast over them. And I would imagine that where we were paddling, they may not even let boats in there at all. I don't know.
Seemed like it.
But we were paddling around and we were looking for sea turtles, and I saw one with my piss poor eyesight. It swam right under our boat. Stephanie missed it. I saw it. It was whatever. I saw a silhouette of a wild animal in the water. It had 4 legs, so we're gonna call it a turtle. Mermaids don't have legs, so it must have been a sea turtle. After that, though, we got to go visit the property of the head honcho of Paramount Pictures.
Yes, Bruce Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon Lightfoot's private boat dock. Paddling to that spot, though, was a pain in the ass because
this is
the water
where
was
our
super
boat
choppy.
started skipping. Like it would pick up and slap down.
And
this is when
me and
Tim and I
Stephanie
finally figured out how to work the damn boat.
Stephanie and I finally... Steph and I finally figured out what was going on. I would call out 2 right, 2 left, 3 right, and she would paddle that many times on that side of the boat. And we were hauling ass. We were short of the main guide. We were the first group. We were the first boat there after him, just because I wanted.
I just
to
remember
be the
they were
first
all
guy
impressed with our bad parking
and
skills
we were.
when we pulled up.
Yeah, you know what? When me and Stephanie pulled up, and basically the guy that was going to give us the lecture about the property was on one side, and there was a pole and a rope strung between 2 poles. It was probably about 20 feet across, I would say, maybe.
Yeah.
Me and Stephanie pull up, and we get the first spot there, and we grab the rope or whatever to hold us in place. And then the next person comes in and grabs the rope beside us. The next person comes in and grabs the rope beside them. And Christian, the guide, turns to me and says, "This has never happened. I'm going to be really impressed if everybody comes up and grabs the rope without even being told. This will be a first time for fantasy excursions." For everybody, and everybody did. We all hung on to the same rope in one line. It was like, hey, you know what?
I don't know how we managed to park all those kayaks side by side like that. And literally, there was no room in between any of the kayaks.
and we got a really cool bit of history about the darker side, the more piratey side of Bermuda, involving fake lighthouses and extortion.
And the
that are still there.
Oh yeah, the money families
now.
that still run most of Bermuda. Fucking mafia, man.
You think about history and the history, just from the history aspect. These families are still surviving and thriving on this island. You don't have that in a lot of places anymore.
It's not so much like
because
they're
so exclusive
billionaires.
Bermuda, you have to jump through hoops.
It's not so much like mafia. It's more like political bosses.
Yeah.
It's more like Boss Tweed back in New York.
Yeah.
Well, but you got one family's in charge of clothing, and one family's in charge of the jewelry, and one family's in charge of the banks.
Days. I mean, you're going way back.
It's basically like gangs in New York.
It's fucking Gringotts is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, not untrue.
But really, excellent story we got from the guy. I'm going to say that for me, as much as I love getting the tour from James, I think I really enjoyed the kayak experience.
Don't go
over the Twizzies.
I love the Twizzies though, because the kayak. I'm not going to lie to you. The kayak experience is something that I can buy. I purchased that experience. The kayak experience. They probably tell those stories pretty consistently. Like, then if I go back and do that experience, I am probably going to hear the exact same stories again. I'm sorry.
Now
I'm
you
allowed
make
to
me
have an
look like an
opinion too,
asshole.
Mikey.
No, you're not.
It was good.
It was something that I purchased.
Like, it was.
It would be like doing a Disney tour. Where
it's like the Jungle Cruise. You make
or
different
like
jokes,
the walk
but
behind the scenes tour, stuff like that. It's these are people who are paid to present these stories to you, whereas James's side was a little bit more personal, and it was stuff that not everybody's going to be able to pay for, and not everybody's going to be able to experience. It's more of why I like vacationing and going places that I'm not used to, is because I'm not necessarily in it to see the biggest things. I'm more interested in seeing the smaller aspects, seeing the cultural aspects of it. So, no, you can. It's over.
Let me try and save
Ship has
face.
sailed. Kayak has sailed. We're moving on.
The kayak has paddled. When I said that, I think maybe I was looking more at the whole me and Stephanie working together, the couples thing of the kayak that I didn't have in the Twizzies because I was up front driving and she was in the back
That's
saying,
right.
I can't see anything. What do they say?
You're
I can't
losing
hear
them. You're losing them. Tim, slow
So,
down.
Maybe that's... Yeah. This guy's right on our ass right now. Well, honey, it's a golf cart.
Well, and
I'm
also,
going as fast as I can.
Once we left trespassing on Bruce Gordon's property, that's when we headed back, and it became an all-out race.
And this was the last time I got yelled at.
The three of us.
It wasn't a race until we realized it was until I realized it was the last leg, and toward the end, and I told Stephanie, "Let's go! I want to beat them." And
Bickering
then I
again.
can hear Adam and Tim.
They're bickering again.
They're going.
No.
You know.
No.
And
We were
James and
bickering again
Jennifer.
at that point, so. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Come on, go faster.
My arms are getting tired. Why are we rowing faster? Nobody. I'm like lost at this point.
And James and Jen were ahead of us, and they didn't realize what was going on behind them until they look over and realize that I'm like neck and neck, and I'm digging
we were
deep
the first,
to get as
I wanna
much
say
water
we were
with
the
my
first
paddle
three
to
who
go.
landed up on the beach. So
We were.
because we all figured out how to.
We were by
By
a
that,
long
James
shot.
and
We got-
Jen were like gone. The whole damn thing. They were like, they were like pros at this. It's like I hate it. It was like people to be jealous of.
Yeah. And then there was some poor guy who was by himself in a two-person kayak, damn near paddling in circles. He ran into us 3 times the first leg of this.
He got it though.
Yeah, the old man.
Well, neither did we.
Because he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
If you only keep the oar on one side, then you're gonna paddle in a circle.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we're paddling around him to give him a wide berth.
Well, we almost
and
crashed into our yacht,
he
so
still
that was
hits
that too.
I want to say we damn near
No,
took
everybody
out,
was taking out those buoys.
A buoy?
They float. They'll be fine.
Yeah, we hit a buoy.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, that's what Don told us.
so
They'll move out of your way.
after kayaking, did you guys hang around Bermuda? Or did you have
No,
to go
we
back
went
to
back
the
to
ship?
the ship
No, we got on the Boat.
because this is where on the way
Back
back
on
they had Twizzies for sale. Oh god, Swizzles, Twizzy. There's way too many
Swizzles.
Z's and
Swizzles.
Swizzles in Bermuda. Is what I'm slowly finding out.
So the national drink of Bermuda is the rum swizzle. You guys had one, obviously. How was it?
I have no idea what
I have
I
no
drank. It
idea what
good.
was in it. Ice was in it.
Is it rum and orange juice?
Yeah,
much.
no, I mean it was good.
That's what it
much.
tasted like.
Yeah.
Maybe something with a bit of a fizzy. I
Yeah, a
don't
little
know.
Fizzy. Probably sparkling water.
I mean, they had it pre-mixed, and they kept it in the thing, and they're like, we got complimentary
alcohol.
this and that, or
Alcohol.
we got this. And I'm like, we'll have the.
No,
We were
all of
the
us.
only ones that ordered them too.
So it's the rum swizzle. If you want to make it at home, it's a lot. It's actually a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of juice.
All right, it starts out with 4 ounces of Gosling's Black Seal rum. 4 ounces of Gosling's Gold rum.
I don't think we got
8
all
ounces of pineapple juice.
You're up to like
this serves
15 ounces.
This serves 3 people. So 8 ounces of pineapple juice, 8 ounces of orange juice, 3/4 ounce of grenadine, and 6 dashes of Angostura bitters.
No, this doesn't sound like what we had. I wanted to say there was guava.
But we had an augmented version of that it tasted like a citrus juice and some rum.
Yeah, and they sell it like that on the island. They sell pre-mixed.
No, and they sell the what is it called? The dark strawberries in a can too.
They do, at the Gosling's joint there. Yep.
It was good.
I mean, it tasted okay.
Actually, let me go back to the recipe because Gosling's actually has a recipe here. So this makes this will make 6 of them. Okay, so it's 4 ounces of Black Seal rum, 4 ounces of Gosling's Gold rum, 5 ounces of pineapple juice, 5 ounces of orange juice, 3/4 ounce of grenadine, or 2 ounces of Bermuda
That
Falernum.
sounds more like it. Oh, we saw a bottle of that in the wild.
Yes.
We did. We saw some wild frenulum.
Yes, Falernum. And then 6 dashes of Angostura bitters. You put that into a pitcher about 1/3 full of ice. Churn it vigorously until it's frothy.
This was in an
jungle
igloo
juice.
5-gallon cooler looking thing. I mean, and I will guarantee you, Donald and Christian did not do dashes of Angostura bitters.
You're not going to taste it.
No.
No.
But then you'd serve with a orange peel, cherry, and a little bit of pineapple.
No.
Yeah, we didn't get that.
In a Dixie cup.
We got it in a cup.
It was good.
Yep. Yeah, but you know what? It was a drink, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
We came to kick ass and drink names.
So then you head back on the boat. It's pirate night.
Well, first we went to the show. But did I get dressed up?
Oh.
Wait, was this?
No, the
this
show
night
was
4?
No, we did.
I don't think we did a show this night.
No, we didn't.
I think we did.
Are you sure? I think we did. Like the show was night 4 was Dreams.
Yeah, it was a sea night.
This is night 3, which was
we
pirate
took naps.
night.
We went back and took
Yeah.
naps.
Yeah,
This
we were
was the night I
Chance
felt
the
like utter
Napper.
crap, though.
Yeah, we
Because
took
we
naps.
worked so hard.
I don't think
and
I
then
took
we
a
went
nap.
back
I think
and-
I drank.
Yeah, that's what we did. We took naps.
I don't
Well, and that works too.
Well, we
It's
did.
all
we did
about
go up and have
recovery.
a few drinks.
Okay,
at
that-
Signals,
and then we went-
Signals.
nap.
Was this the night that like some people went to?
No, I don't think anybody made
movie?
it. No, that was the day at sea. That was the day
Stephanie went to a movie with somebody.
at sea. That was the...
That was day 4. Okay, that's
The
right because
Broadway
we
chick.
did. We did. This was
That's what it
mixology.
was.
We got
This
back on
is
the
why
boat with
everybody felt
mixology.
like
Okay,
crap.
so
That's right.
Horrible
all right, so,
idea.
you get done with kayaking. You have your rum swizzles. You get back on the boat. What'd you guys do
Mixology.
next? Oh boy, Jesus Christ, you guys!
Or
Probably
was
shawarma.
there a lunch in between? Yes. This this was when I tried to get
Yes, and they
shawarma
couldn't figure
stuff
out
put
what
on a
you
bed of
had.
French fries. Because no, this was I did that the next day. This was when I told Stephanie I wanted
Wasn't
cheese
that
fries.
the same day?
I had shawarma.
Okay.
No, 2 different days. I told Stephanie I wanted cheese fries because I saw they had
Yes.
cheese and fries at like the burger place. I said, "Give me cheese fries," and the guy was blown away that she wanted him to put the yellow ass movie theater cheese over French fries.
This
He
was
kept
the
trying
day
to want
that
to put
I
it in
had
a cup
hamburger
for her.
and then I had shawarma.
She's like, "No, just yeah." And it was horrible cheese, but it made for good cheese fries.
All right, so your mixology class down at Keys. The bartender's there, Denton and Marianne.
Denton.
And Tim.
Yep.
And Tim.
And Tim.
Yeah.
Now,
Tim made
what'd
the
you
blue
guys-
thing.
What were you,
That was
so,
his fault.
So look, these classes, you make like 3 or 4 drinks during the thing.
You make one
sample-
drink
No,
because the
you make
bar
one
itself
drink.
is
Make
not
one
big
drink.
enough. Right.
Well, no, it's because you can't get back behind it because you got to go through like this employee-only area.
On the smaller trips, they will give you a sampling of drinks, which was probably the biggest mistake I made the whole trip. Because you were mixing everything.
I threw them all back.
Yes.
And there was no break in between. He just went one drink to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So what drink did you guys make?
Something
we made a
pink.
mojito.
Oh no,
we made a mojito.
It was a mojito. We started
Which was
off with
good.
some type of sparkling.
I don't remember what the hell it was called.
Stephanie did not like it
was
because
tart.
it wasn't
It was
sweet.
almost like
it was really tart.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with
No.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, it tasted good.
No,
it wasn't a mixed drink.
champ-
It was a built.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
was
bet
something out of
was
a bottle. It was
champagne
out of a
and
bottle.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what the hell
Champagne
it
and
was
Campari.
called. Because that was the first drink, so I remember that.
I drank it.
Then we had,
Okay.
I want to say it was a Blue Hawaiian. Yeah.
Is that the thing that Tim made?
Classic.
Yes.
Classic Blue Hawaiian.
Whatever his name. It.
Yeah, it was.
It no, because
No.
it was like
Well,
his
I mean,
own
it's a-
recipe
it's a-
thing. I thought.
Yeah.
It was a Blue Hawaiian.
It was his own take on it.
Yeah, it was
But
a Blue Hawaiian.
it was blue and
They all
coconutty,
say they have their
so-
own take on it. They all taste the damn same.
It's all the same. A Blue Hawaiian is a Blue Hawaiian. Damn it.
It was very sweet.
Yes,
was
is.
sweet.
It is.
And then
I killed it.
the Ecotini, and then after this,
Ecotini.
the
There was
B52 shot,
that layered up shot.
B52.
which was a pain in the ass to make.
Yeah.
But it was just way too much alcohol too quickly, I think, and nobody felt well by the time dinner came around. Because there's a
killed
lot
it.
of sweet drinks,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I had an extra shot of rum that was
I had
left
to
on the thing, and Stephanie said, "You should have that." I said, "I don't want that," and then it was just stayed there. And he was like, "Okay, y'all, thanks for coming by." And I'm like, "Fuck it," and I threw it back.
I had to have to put raspberry puree in my
Sorbet
Yes.
or puree.
See, we,
yes, it was a.
we did the
see that
mojito mixing class,
but that's different.
and we got to
because you all have the same alcohol at least with the mojito, right?
yeah, and you mix it all at your own table. But we my father-in-law didn't get to come with us because he had to watch Ethan. I got doubles. It was amazing.
See, but I want to do the tequila one. They have a tequila.
Well,
the tequila
I
one
really
was
wanna do
amazing.
that.
You definitely want to do that one. Definitely do that one.
Scott, I'd like to point out that our bartender Denton did make note during the mojito mixing that you should use an actual muddler for your muddling and not like the end of a wooden
he
spoon.
did say that.
Well, now I have an actual muddler upstairs.
Just so you know, Cheryl also commented
Okay.
that she also had she had Fletcher, the same guy you had,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
on one of the cruises that she was on, and she's also experienced in Denton, and they were very similar in their attitudes, and they're equally great. But
They're both
But-
smart.
Mary Ann was the boss.
We only know Denton. God, yes.
I will say the bartenders at Keys, they are incredibly knowledgeable. They know their shit. Very talented.
We made such an impression on them that when we left and Charles stayed on the boat, they asked where we were.
All right, so Pirate Night, right?
Yeah.
Pirates in the
Yep.
Caribbean.
We all dressed up.
We all dressed up.
Did you get
one
your
way or another.
bandanas?
Yes.
Yep, I tied mine on my arm. I recycled half of my King of Hearts costume for
can.
Pirate Night. No, I really could because my vest was reversible.
How was the show?
I
What did
thought
you
it
guys
was
think of the
awesome.
show? Fireworks at
So-
sea. It's pretty awesome, right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the fireworks were awesome.
Me and Adam just kept looking at each
Mikey
other going,
caught me.
"It's to the
Mikey actually
music! How do they
caught
do
me.
that on a
Because
boat?"
I was doing counts in my head and like trying to time things, and he and he caught me doing it.
'Cause I
because
was
I'm a
too.
tech guy, so I kind of get a kick out of that. And I'm like, how the fuck are they doing this? The boat
Yeah.
is moving, the fireworks are going off, and even if they're going slow, the boat's still moving a little bit. So the fireworks are going off, and it's still in sync, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sort of sense.
Yeah.
and I can't say that it's better than anything you'll get at Magic Kingdom because it probably isn't, but it's still spectacular because it's right in front of you. The fireworks don't go out for hundreds of feet and then blow up. They're right there. And if you're on the, I'm gonna dick around with like starboard side or port or whatever. But if you're on the right hand side of the boat, that's where you want to be. You want to be in front of the main pool on the right hand side,
deck 10.
On deck 10.
And just you want to be able to look at the funnel vision in front of you. And then when it all goes down, just turn to your right and be in awe. Adam and I have done accounting. Just enjoy the fireworks.
It's
Oh man, I still enjoyed it because I was like, okay, because you know the song, you know the music from Pirates of the Caribbean, so you're waiting for those big, beats to hit. And you're like, they're not going to, and then boom, there it happens. And you're like, motherfucker, they did it again.
No,
and they just did it 8 bars ago.
It was very good. It's very simple fireworks, but they are well themed and well timed in the music. I mean,
it's simple up until they hit like 8 notes in a row with the music, and you're like, that's when you're like, well, fuck
which is probably what I said.
It's a moving ship.
So, definitely, absolutely.
It's cute.
The show was really fun. The kids that were down, on the main deck were totally getting with it, and it was a good time. They bring out a lot of dancers, good guys and bad guys, and there's some rope work. It's great.
There's a few of them. They do like a flash mob training, and they actually get to perform on stage in front of everybody. So you have a kid who's into dancing or like wants to do and be in that. That's pretty awesome. I've never seen that on like another cruise ship where they're. Yes, I've seen like dances for the kids and I've seen dances for teens, but I've never seen something that they actually brought the kids on deck in front of a whole ship to do the performance for the main show that night, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a thing at the Oceaneers lab that they teach the kids these like dance steps that they'll go out on stage and do them later. It's mainly for like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14
But it's really cool that they do that.
Mm-hmm. But it's fun. It's a good time.
If the kids hadn't been dancing the way they were and having a good time, I don't think the party would have been as much fun off the stage. Off the stage, because they made the stage characters having a lot of fun. And then, without spoiling too much what goes into the pirate show, you've got the light side, the dark side, kind of thing happening. And when the evil guys came out, things got a little heavy.
It wasn't that heavy. I mean, they were playing air guitar at one point.
It went from pop to rock. Okay, so. Well, it went from like Bieber.
Yeah, but I mean, it was heavy metal. I would give you that.
Twisted Sister,
hair metal, not even heavy metal.
Well, it was. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun, even though I knew what it was a thing. But it was
this
great.
was the night that Sean was playing at Keys.
Yeah,
right?
This is after Pirates. We all went to bed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right.
Well, no.
Was this the night of the buffet?
Was this
and then
the night
everybody said,
Sean played?
We went right to bed after looking at the buffet. I was done.
We went back to bed.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if this was the night of the buffet, was this the night of the '90s music trivia?
The next day. No, the next day was all we did was trivia.
All right. So you guys call it an early night. You head back to Cabanas for a little bit of food. The dinner's pretty good, right? It's good buffet.
I had a crepe.
Yeah. And then I went to bed.
See the carved fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna watch Pirates of the Caribbean on the big screen on the funnel vision, and then I realized, why am I gonna do this when I can go back to the cabin and they have it on demand?
That's true.
Scott, at Cabanas,
yes,
Stephanie picked up a turkey leg off the buffet
saw that.
And she had a turkey leg after our big ass meal, and she just decided, I really don't need this, as she was eating it. Which was basically that could be the motto of the whole crew. I don't need this as you're eating and you're drinking it.
So this was the night you're on your way back out to sea. and you call it early night. The next day, you're back out at sea. You're traveling back to New York.
This was the night. This was the morning where we wake up and we can't find Louis. And we're looking for a drink, and I'm like, oh, I guess he's not working today. Maybe today is his day off.
All I'm thinking right now is train spotting.
So we're like, Louise, excuse me, and we're looking for him, and it's like, all right, we can't find him. Maybe he's off today, whatever. So we start getting ready to order a drink from somebody else. Halfway across the boat, we hear him say, I got them. They're mine.
They're mine.
And comes running over with the cart.
This was like the Asian guy, right? Was the one taking our order, right? Yeah. Cool dude, okay. Exactly. Cool dude. Not our dude.
He comes running over, we order our rounds, and we talk to him a bit. And things got fuzzy already. This was literally all day drinking.
And that's
now this was the day that
switched to the Wonder maybe.
This is all.
This was the day that he saw us and went ahead and started getting the order, and he knew that it was going to be 2 double screwdrivers. Adam was going to have a Bloody Mary, but James wasn't there yet. So we're waiting, and we get Tim. I think gets a message from James on the app thing, and he says, "Where are you guys?" We're like, "We're at Signal." He said, "Okay, I'm on my way." So they go ahead and order James a Bloody Mary. He shows up with a drink.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we order your Bloody Mary. He says, that's fine, too.
Well, now that you guys have all rested, you're like, okay, it's time to go.
This was a mess. This was drinking all day. We did a few rounds of trivia. And every round we lost by 1. Every round. Every single time we played, we lost by 1.
Back to the Future.
You cannot yell at me because I wasn't sure, but I got V for Vendetta, and y'all did it. That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It just they only gave out lines from a movie was all they'd give you, and you had to think of the movie. So we got.
I don't remember the points, but we lost by 1.
Yeah,
nobody calls me
chicken.
Nobody calls me Mad Dog. Yeah. Was the line, and I knew it was Back to the Future, and I said Back to the Future 3, but the majority rules was Back to the Future 2, so that's what we wrote down.
So that was the one question.
That's the scene,
and that was so worst case, best case we would have tied.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then gone into a
but
runoff.
This was not the only because we lost the 90s music by 1. So this was the
by 1. I know we got out of 40 points, we got
38.
37. So this was just a
the
winner got 38.
But
because I didn't know what Fresh Prince song it was.
One drink that we had that was really good this trip was the porthole.
So is this a Keys?
Yes.
I
got a sip of it, and it's deadly. It was in the Promenade
Lounge. And basically what they do is they have this porthole-looking thing that they put fruit, herbs, and all this stuff, and then they pour the liquor in there and infuse the liquor with it. So we, of course, chose a bourbon.
It looks like a kind of like an old-time canteen with glass sides.
And then we got it with bourbon. Yeah. It's one of the better deals because you get 2 full drinks for $19.
Wow.
What bourbon was it, Adam?
Yes.
Old Forester Statesman.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that.
Yeah. I said, ooh, and this just became a really good deal.
If you go to the Polite Pig, Old Forester's probably going to run you $12 or $13.
Yeah, it was expensive because we asked for a pour and it was expensive. Yeah. But this was So
James was like, screw that, I'll just get it in the drink.
And then they topped it with something else too, didn't they?
Yeah, James sent the picture.
There's some sort of cider. It was really good. Cider. It was really tasty. And then we played more trivia that we lost.
Was it raspberry?
And then Cheryl came down.
That was 90s music trivia.
Disney movie music trivia.
Disney movie trivia.
Right. Because after
I didn't
you
do
guys
Disney
lost,
movie.
And then Cheryl came down, and she ordered another porthole and had some of that one. I was blasted the whole last day. I have no idea what happened.
This night was the fuzziest.
I don't remember.
So this was a bad night.
Yeah, it was that
maybe, I don't know.
Recorderic that they had at Hogpenny.
So this all takes place at the Promenade Lounge, which is kind of like midship. It's there's like a lounge,
Right
and
in
then
front of a
It's like an open air bar kind of thing, you know? Yeah, it's not even, I wouldn't even really call it a lounge so much as it's just, we got empty space on a boat, what do we do? Well, let's put some booze and some chairs in. Okay, because they normally got a guy playing piano, and then during the day they got a guy teaching you
right, I was going to say, there's art classes there.
Play area right there, too.
Fuck that kid's play area right in the goat ass, Tim.
Whoa. And then...
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, no, we saw a knockdown drag-out between two different factions of children involving all of the cushions and seat backs for everything in that area. It was Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
And none of the parents gave two shits.
I would pay money to see that.
No, we did. We missed that.
Well, I did.
So
I didn't, because I was sitting there getting pissed off. The more and more it happened.
After the trivia, after the portholes, I know the
breakfast
the baking
thing with the wine.
The wine and the apple.
Yes.
Oh, anyone can cook with the Hungarian sous chef.
I thought he was
pastry
Romanian.
chef.
Oh, he went to school in Romania.
Hungarian.
No, he was Hungarian, and he led me to believe that it was pretty much his grandma's recipe that he was showing us.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is I'm watching
my
him and
grandma
I'm like, I
makes
can't do
apple
any
strudel.
Of this.
No, because he's stretching his crust out
Yeah,
over
I'm
the
like,
table
no.
and tucking it on the corners, and then he's like holding
yep,
shit in place with coffee cups, and then he does this weird ass
we all
magic trick where
applauded.
he folds it. He bends the
We all
laws of
applauded,
space
but I
and
couldn't
time.
do it.
No, because his strudel.
What did you say? What, my
It
strudel
wasn't
is
3
moist
ingredients;
and
it was
delicious.
3 parts.
Oh.
But they paired it with what was probably a pretty expensive bottle of was it champagne?
It was the
No,
sweet
it's Chianti.
wine.
Chianti. Okay.
Yes,
It was
it,
wine, though. I
It
thought
came in a
Chiantis
tiny
were
bottle,
red.
so it's not cheap.
was a 375
Chiantis are red.
milliliters. What?
This was a white.
No, it was a pink wine, really.
Fact of the
I have it
matter
right
is,
here.
Scott, it was a free
Vinsanto
pour
del
of booze
Chianti Classico.
and a sampling of apple strudel and a little bit of a show from a guy I couldn't understand.
And
a
that was
Sunlight
at the
Contract.
that was at the D Lounge,
Yes.
right? Where they do
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was when the girls
watching-
were
we went to a
watching a
movie.
show
They went to
or a
Incredible.
movie or something.
They went to the movies.
Incredible.
Oh,
And it was the girls and no,
Had
there's no.
Hungarian strudel.
Yeah, no. This
No,
is.
'cause Stephanie
we
was at
also
the
did.
breakfast-
You see,
at
this
the-
whole day is all out of order because I was shit faced through most of it.
This was
We
one
did
of
the-
the
we did
only
the- Yeah, there
days
was
that
that
we
Broadway
weren't all
performer.
together all the time. Oh yeah.
not
We
see
saw
it.
Adele Dazeem. It was the gal who sings as
Right.
Mother Gothel on the ship, but
Yes.
she's also been Mary Poppins on Broadway as well, and she was really cool. She doesn't. I mean, when she's not wearing the wig, she doesn't look like.
It's
a Mother
amazing what
Gothel.
makeup
Like,
can do. You haven't learned this story yet.
At
You're a
all?
straight man. You've woken
I
up in
know.
bed next to women. You know what makeup can do.
I know, but she went from definitely Anglo in the Rapunzel thing, but she's Hispanic.
I think her name was just Hispanic. She really didn't look all that Hispanic to me.
She's totes adorbs
So
Yeah,
and
she has
can
a
sing
very big
her
voice.
ass off.
so you were at sea. You went back to dinner. I don't want to go back over all the dinners because it gets to be the same. Yeah, they
No,
they
they
do
changed
change
the
the
whole
menu,
thing.
but
No, yeah.
it's food.
The second animator's
I
palette
agree,
menu,
but
I
don't
think, was
remember
better
what
than
it
the
because we had a
first.
bottle of champagne with it. So
No, we had
This
the bottle of
would have been
champagne
when
the
the
last
drinks
night
got
of the
masculine.
cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. This is the last night of the cruise.
Rapunzel's. Right. We didn't have the champagne with Animator's Palette. We had it with Rapunzel's.
Okay, so the last night at Rapunzel's, your very last night on the cruise with Rapunzel's restaurant, you had some champagne.
Yes.
You bought a bottle of Bollinger.
That's so good.
There was no.
I love Bollinger.
There was no show the second time at Rapunzel's.
Yeah.
Well, don't they do a goodbye show kind of thing for you?
The goodbye show is in the atrium.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as is, it was hard enough saying goodbye to
we ain't
people.
got
Let's
kids.
not start this again.
Yeah, it is.
This was fucking rough.
No, it is.
Yeah, we sent a glass
wasn't
of
sitting
champagne
at
over to
that table.
Cheryl.
Yes, we did. You did. I was.
That Bollinger is pretty good. I love that bottle of wine.
This was the night that Stephanie fell in love with raspberry mojitos a lot,
Yeah.
and everything was a double.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about
No,
that.
this was cracking again. The raspberry
Yes.
mojito was after mixology. Yeah, this was.
No, the double cracker
was
was
a
the night
whole
before
lot of
the
cracking.
what is it? The double cracker was the night before we went kayaking.
I think she had more of them this night. I think this was the night that
No, that
she
was crack.
got
That was the
real
night before.
at Keys.
No, because this is the night that we walked out of Keys.
That
arm
was
in arm.
that
She
wasn't
doesn't
the
remember.
last night.
Yeah.
Because the last night in Keys, it was packed, and we didn't get anything we wanted. The time she ordered the double everything was the night.
That would have been the night after. That would have been the night she gave him the set list.
That was the last night.
That was that night. With
No,
trivia.
but she
That
ordered
was
the
last
short. She was drinking those at dinner. She didn't have that at dinner then.
You know what? Let's just go on record and say she never quit.
night. Yeah. None of us ever.
So
knew.
the last night after dinner, you guys go back to Keys. It is packed because that's the night that everyone wants to get their last bit of Keys in.
And they also
Finally
listed Aaron Lotzow as being the featured performer
He's
there. So
on
I think
the
people
thing.
showed up because
He's on the
they
thing.
got a guy playing piano.
Yeah.
It's not just the one night he
know.
was listed. He was
No.
listed every night.
Yeah.
No.
There's the little
Okay.
placards
Well,
outside there every night.
That's what someone said to me. I think that's what James
No,
said to me or
that's
something. I'm
every
like, oh well, I
night.
think he's there every night, but
Yeah.
okay, James. He's
Now-
old.
Now you guys made it to Fathoms for a little bit of Keys. I don't know. Did you guys go
No.
to Keys?
Not once. I don't remember Keys. Was I
but
there?
Did you guys?
You know where we didn't
I don't
go?
think
We
it
didn't
happened.
I
go
was
to the
gonna say,
Snuggly
did you guys
Duckling.
get to go O'Gill's?
I don't remember it happening. Every night that we checked, it wasn't
We
there.
did trivia at O'Gill's. I saw the hot dogs. I stole a little wooden coin that has the Snuggly
Yeah, but we don't
Duckling
know how
logo
long
on
that
both
was
sides
in
of it.
And I beat Mikey at checkers because he was playing chess.
Yeah, you did. I kept trying to go up 2 and over 1, and he said, "No, that's not how they move." I'm like, "But it's a night."
It's checkers. Did you guys got to O'Gill's for a little bit? What'd you think of the pub?
It was okay. It was a pub.
We never had
The
anything
beer
to
flight
drink
was
there.
good. We had the beer flight there.
I got the beer flight at Signals, and it was.
I don't remember that happening. It's beer.
See, O'Gill's has their own beer that they have
I
made
remember
for
that
them. It's pretty
happening.
good.
It's a very dated
yeah,
looking
absolutely.
pub.
Yep,
Green carpet.
needs a refresh, even though it just got one.
Yeah.
All right, so look, this sounds like it was a lot of fun. Your debarkation day.
Sucked. I refuse to
I
talk
know,
about this.
I know. Now, Mikey, your very first cruise ever, right?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how was it? All right.
69.
He didn't ask you what you're doing in your
Yeah.
room.
Hey, listen. There's a lot of cracking. I mean, the bar was set for any and all other Disney adventures, whether they're on sea
Well,
or
then
on land.
you just fucked
From
yourself
this
for the next
cruise.
20 years.
What do you
yeah,
say?
it
You
was.
can't go on another cruise until
I
he's
mean,
60.
No, I just don't think it's ever going to be that good again.
it was. Well, you know what? It's all the recipe you use, okay? And we didn't know how great the ingredients were going to be in this. Even Cheryl, who honestly going into this was a bit of a wild card, but every one of us got along so well. It wasn't like we've never met before. It was fantastic. Even awesome Cheryl's kid. Son Alec, that was with her, was an awesome kid. It was great. I mean, it was almost like I didn't feel homesick for missing my kids because Alec was there and he'd give you a hug and he'd sit there arm in arm with you watching the show or whatever. He wanted to get to know you because he felt, well, Mom already knows them. I want to know them. And you know what? Spoiler alert, Mom don't really know us. But it was amazing all the way around. Seasickness aside, the level of service that we experienced from Ryan, who was our cabin steward, all the way over to Mariana, who was our assistant server with her little boucheches when she took selfies with her little Portuguese cheeks. You know, it's a whole. If you don't know what it's like to have awesome service, then take a Disney cruise. I mean, what got Stephanie is she didn't realize who our cabin attendant was. He saw me go back to the room once without her, and he saw me go in that room while he was in the area working. And he said, "Oh, is that your room?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he made just a real quick chat with me. But from that point on, he knew that Mike goes in that room. So when he saw me, he always called me Mike from that day forward. And when he saw me walking with Stephanie, he called her Stephanie. And that fucking blew her mind. She quit walking in her tracks and stopped and turned around. I said, "It's fine, baby." You know?
Well, she was more afraid of what happened. But she might have blacked out.
Well, we did meet our neighbor who said, "Oh, you're my neighbors." And she just turns and looks at me. And I'm like, "I'm quiet." But, yeah, my first cruise ever. The bar's been set. It's going to be tough to break it. I mean, listen, I loved it. And I'll be honest, it wasn't but 3 days when I got back home. I was pricing future cruises to take the kids on because here's the deal. What my experience was is Cheryl had her,
10,
was he 10? Oh. 11?
8.
Okay.
7,
8,
3.
Yeah, whatever. Close.
He appeared like he was
11,
12, but he was
5. We'll just do our numbers. It'll be fine. One of them will be right.
He wanted to spend almost all of his time at the kids club, whatever was going on. So I'm like thinking, man, you can totally do this with a kid. You can have your grown-up time. You can have your kid time, your family time when you come to dinner and you go to the shows. But just knowing that kids have that desire, they want to go, you know, like your 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids want to go to these kids clubs. I'm like, well, I want to price this, you know, a cruise to take the boys on and let them experience what we experienced without all the waves.
All right, so real quick, lightning round questions. Mikey, worst drink you had on the cruise?
The B-52 at the mixology. I'd never had it before, and I mean, I don't mind cream liqueur necessarily, but there's just a bunch of bullshit going on in that shot glass.
No.
And you can see it. It's not like it. I mean, you can see the different layers of bullshit you're about to ingest.
That's the one that's like got like layer on layer on layer of stuff.
Yeah, I really think. I mean, I don't. Denton, what the hell for the B-52? But it's part of the shtick where he could get people up there to try to mix it themselves with the back of the spoon, without the back of the spoon. How does it work? That one was not pleasant.
I learned it back when I was taking bartending classes, and this is right when I graduated high school back in '92. So it's been around forever.
Okay, so So Adam, on the converse, best drink you had on the cruise?
Best drink and value had to be the porthole, hands down. It was easy drinking. It wasn't something, and I can get it at any time, which is how I'm looking at it, because that lounge is open all day, whereas I love the Manhattan, but it's only open. You only can get it when that bar is open, where the Porthole you can get it any time once that lounge is open.
All right, Tim, best food that you had on the cruise, either on land or on sea, doesn't matter.
Oh, it would have to be the Chateaubriand from Lumiere's.
Lumiere's was good. That was a solid restaurant. I was going to ask you all this, but I think I know the answer just from the last 3 hours of this. Best entertainment on the cruise.
Oh, Sean.
You don't know?
Well, I'm going to step out and say, when you say entertainer or entertainment?
Entertainment. Best thing you had. Best entertainment you had.
I thought the Rapunzel show was amazing as far as was entertainment, okay? Entertainer is Aaron Lotzow.
Yeah. Hands down.
And I even really liked the Disney Dreams.
The last night of the cruise. I don't
musical because they had copious amounts of laser light effects, reminiscent of Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
At the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it was there and like one more time, I think.
Yeah,
but
some dispersed throughout the show.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh wow, everyone gives me shit for liking Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
No,
but
we still will.
They're using it on the Magic.
It doesn't smell like stale water either on the Magic. I mean, there's a lot going on that show.
I'm just saying. Shop themagicalmeltdown.com.
So look, I'm glad you guys are back. It sounds like you had a fun time. I'm gonna have to parse this out into 2 shows because we've recorded for almost 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a little after midnight. I gotta get to bed.
Yeah, so guys, welcome back. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. I encourage, and I'm sure all 3 of these guys encourage anyone who's thinking about a Disney cruise, go check it out. It's amazing.
It's already booked.
There's gonna be a part 2
on the ship.
So, yes, so there is a part 2. Tim and Adam, you guys are setting sail once again. And where are you going? When?
June
3rd next year.
So June 3rd on the Disney Wonder to Alaska. You guys are going to sail out of Vancouver.
Oh, darn, you're not getting fancy.
You're going to...
And we might have talked one of our favorite bartenders to join us. We got Louise to try to switch his schedule so that he'd be on the ship with us.
He's put in for a transfer already.
Yes.
So if you are interested in joining Tim and Adam on the Disney Wonder
and the Namdukes,
that's June 3rd.
Yeah, the Wizened Hunts are out on this one though.
June 3rd, 2019 on the Disney Wonder. That's going to be a lot of fun. The Alaskan cruise, I've had friends that have taken Alaskan cruises. It is beautiful. You guys are going to enjoy that a lot.
We heard it's the one to take.
Yeah.
We heard this is the
everybody who we spoke to, even on the ship, because we actually spoke to other people. I know you're shocked, but everybody we told that Alaska has been their favorite, hands down.
Yeah, I met some weird Arkansans on the boat.
I don't want to talk about them because they freaked me out.
Right?
Yeah, they were a little
weird. And they said that right up until his wife poured her drink in her shoe, he was telling me that the Alaskan cruise is the only cruise he'll take.
Yeah,
Swear to God.
So look, if you want to join Tim and Adam on the Disney Wonder, go check out DisneyCruiseLine.com. You'll find all your information there. Guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to land. How are your sea legs?
Fine now.
I'm fine now.
Yeah, I'm good now.
It
took me a couple days.
It's a little weird when you get off the boat, right?
Only when I
Going to the bathroom anywhere was weird.
Yeah, because you look for something to hold yourself up on, because your brain is not computing that nothing's moving. You're like, nope.
And then the second you look for something to hold on to, that's when everything starts moving around me. That's what was going on with
Yeah.
I was
laying down.
I was doing this for like a day and a half afterwards.
Oh, just so you know, if you're worried about the Alaska cruise, it is the smoothest cruise you'll ever be on, from what we've been told as well.
Yes, the Bering Sea is a lot.
Because you go inside the straits.
You're inside the straits. It's a lot calmer. New York water is actually... North Atlantic water is the worst to
Actually,
sail.
from what we discussed with some of the bartenders, the transatlantic. That is usually the ultimate worst.
North Atlantic water.
From what we were discussing with some of the bartenders, this was worse than that.
Denton said he hadn't seen it this rough in a
North
long
Atlantic
time.
is rough. So go over to Disney Cruise Line, check it out. Go over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/group/3sheets. Mike, Tim, Adam, they all posted a bunch of photos there. They're going to post some more, I'm sure, as we go along. Sounds like a lot of fun, and we're excited to see more of those. If you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, we're over at 3 Sheets Podcast here. If you're there in the parks, tag us on Instagram, tag us on Twitter. Don't forget to use the hashtag 3 Sheets Nation. Make it a thing, make it fetch, make it just as awesome as Aaron, Marianne, and Denton. But if you really want to interact with us, like I said, go over to our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/3sheets. That's where you're going to find our Facebook page. You're going to find all the drunken debauchery you need to fill your Disney life. But make sure you answer the questions when you ask to join, because if you do, or if you invite someone to join the Facebook page, tell them to answer the questions. Don't just invite them; they won't get admitted. You gotta have them answer the questions. But coming out with us, if you have friends that love Disney, make sure they join the Facebook page. Make sure they subscribe and like the show. It's the best way to help other Disney fans like yourself find the show. Guys, welcome back. Tim, give me some closing remarks tonight. I'll start with you first, like I don't normally do.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
You don't know what to say before. You don't know what to say first.
Like Mikey said, it wasn't like we were meeting each other for the first time, because it was really the first time we were physically in each other's presence. But it was like we hadn't seen each other for a while. We instantly clicked. There was no drama. It was probably my favorite vacation I've ever had, and it was just an amazing all-time week. And it's been a week since we've been home, and I want to go back.
Right.
Thank God.
It'll be another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll be in Disney World.
Ish.
We'll be sharing a room. Ish.
The first night.
That's right. In just a couple of weeks, we'll all be down in Disney World, and it's going to be a blast. So, Adam, give me some closing remarks.
Mikey
tonight.
made a really good point about the recipe, about the vacation. And I just want to touch on that for one quick second. Because, yes, the boat means a lot, and the service means a lot. Nothing beats going on this vacation with my friends. Nothing ever came close to going on vacation with my family at this point. I have never had such a vacation where I was just totally relaxed. There was an opportunity for use my cell phone. I left it in the cabin. I locked it up. I just wanted to enjoy my company, my people. Yeah. And leaving you guys that day was one of the hardest things and the saddest things I've done in a long time. And here's to November and a lot more fun times coming up in the future. So,
yeah. There was a lot of sunglasses being worn indoors.
I got yelled at by a few people that I better not start
that last day.
But you know what? It is what it is, and I love everybody, and I duly appreciate y'all.
So, Mikey, closing remarks as you finish up your first cruise, your first vacation with Tim and Adam.
And I'm going to take this a different direction, okay? Adam's absolutely correct about the recipe. A little bit of that recipe is some of the crew on the ship, and we'd be remiss if we didn't send some hardcore plugs to the pianist at Keys, who put up with us, and he is a musician in his own right, okay? Yes. So here's the deal. 3 Sheets Nation, I'm going to challenge you, all of you to listen to this. Go to Facebook. Search Lotzow. His name is Lotzow. Like Lotso Hugs.
But with a
Lotso
W.
Huggin' Bear.
With a W and a Z. But look up Aaron look up Lotzow Music. Don't go to his personal page and spam him with friend requests. Give it a like at Lotzow Music, okay? He's He's a musician. He's a pianist. Him and his wife have songs they put out together. He has his own album on iTunes. I picked it up and it's great. I mean, it's mostly covers of your classic piano lounge songs, but he's got like one of his own songs on there. But without Aaron to bring us home every night and send us to bed every night at Keys and make us feel like we were part of the show on the Magic, it would have it probably would have gone a little bit differently, because that time spent with all of us singing together, singing everything from Wonderwall to Amish Paradise to Achy Breaky Heart.
Yes, it did.
Yes, because that happened too.
On piano. I mean, the guy made a point to dedicate a song to my wife on Cheryl's back-to-back cruise and sang some Pink for Stephanie, and dedicated it to the folks in Arkansas. So do me a favor, 3 Sheets Nation, look him up. Aaron Lotzow, Lotzow. He's an amazing pianist, and he plays guitar. He's an all-around musician, great vocalist. So's his wife. Show them some love, because he loved us, and that's all I got. Because Adam covered everything else with his closing.
No, look, it sounds like you guys had a blast. Sounds like I had 5 magical days aboard a awesome ship that was just filled with a lot of fun and a lot of fuzziness.
Right. I'm pissed off at Scott, because it's been 5 magical days and like 12 magical nights and like
oh yeah, your 8-night 5-day cruise. It sounded like you had a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys did, because well deserved for all of you. Welcome back, and so I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you all, including the listeners, because this was really their show to recap just an amazing adventure. So thank you all for joining us on this week's episode. Thank you for making our show part of your Disney life. Thank you for your time, this time, and until next time, so long for just a while.
And thank you.